Hello gamers and welcome back. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name, and we are on a win streak into rank 8. What deck do we want to play today? We played some Jade, I think, last time. Before that, we played some Taunt Warrior. I'm wanting to play some serious decks, but at the same time, I don't want to play serious decks. I want to play decks that I want to play. And what I want to play is like Tempo Rogue, Secret Tempo Mage. I don't know, guys. What are we feeling? Maybe we could give Tempo Rogue a shot. I actually still want to play my Death Rattle Rogue, wherever that is. What happened to it? Where's my Death Rattle Rogue? Are you fucking kidding me? Did I delete that when I was drunk? What happened? What have we done? It's gone. No. Alright, we gotta... I guess we could play this. Tempo Rogue. I don't know how I feel about the Razor Petal Lashers in here, though. It really doesn't make much sense. Like, why are they in here? What purpose are they serving? They're not really serving any particular purpose. I mean, the petals are a good combo activator, and they're okay for Van Cleef, but besides that, I'm not really feeling them. So let's replace those with something else, and then we'll try to play this deck. We need tempo. I know we're missing something that was in our last build. I just can't think of what. Firefly is really not that bad. There's a lot of paladins running around. I wouldn't mind teching in one hungry crab and one what is it called? It's not the crab. It's the here. Type in pirate and it should pop up. Yeah, the Galaka crawler. I'll tech in one of each. I don't think you can go wrong with that at all. Right, let's give Tempo Rogue a shot. I haven't played this in a long time. It may not be as good without the Drakes. The Drakes was really important because the Drakes allowed us to continue the gas, and it also added spell power. So in place of the Drake, we put in Hallucinations, because that's kind of like draw mechanic, maybe. Looks like we even drew patches. Alright, so if this is token, which I think it could be, we actually can look for Galaka Crawler and/or, I mean, they even play Murlocs a lot of the time too. So I think we put back everything. We don't even have coins, so Van Cleef isn't worth holding. However, if this is Jade, I really don't mind that because we, for most of the time, we can out-tempo them. Sometimes. It all depends on our opening hand and all that stuff. That's not a bad one to get. 3 mana, deal 4 damage. There's a lot better Druid cards, though, that we could have gotten, but I'm not going to complain. I'm not sure if the Slayers fit in here either. I just figured the Slayer allows us to basically kill something and then summon a creature. And what better tempo play does that represent? So Coin Innervate Fandral. That was a very bad, no offense, that was a bad move. Unless he has Wild Growth here. He has to have Jade Blossom or Wild Growth, but normally you never, like, want to get these guys out, like, really fast, unless you're playing against maybe, like, an aggressive base rogue, like Quest Rogue. I guess it's okay against us, but for the most part, it's really not that great. But our hand is severely lacking. Like, our hand is really bad. Like, normally we curve out exceedingly well. Unfortunately, we don't have the curve of a lifetime. I'm trying to think of what other 2-drops we could run. But most of the time, it's not this slow. This is rough. I think we could actually Feral Rage. Maybe not. This is, we have so much burst in our hand with Feral Rage, double Cold Blood, but the problem is we don't have creatures to follow it up. So our best draw next turn is another 1-drop. Is this gonna get Wrathed? If it doesn't hit it for anything, we stand... If he does, this is all he does. 1-drop? 3 drop. So we could go with the big Van Cleef. I might Defender of Argus Cold Blood, or it's either Cold Blood, Van Cleef. I kind of like Defender of Argus. Well, Defender of Argus Cold Blood, I suppose. I don't really like this too much, but it's what we got. He didn't have Wrath last turn, so maybe he doesn't have it this turn. Hero Power doesn't stop it, and if he swipes it, he's basically using his whole turn to swipe, and then we just develop the Argent Commander, and he's still taking 6 more. Okay, that's fine. The important part is we got the damage in. That is the important part. Just keep putting the damage in there. Get it! Get it in there! We actually have Lythal next turn if he doesn't play Jade Golem. He's probably like, Argent Commander, are you fucking kidding me, mate? Is this guy kidding me right now? And let me tell you, there's no kittens here, man. I actually don't mind Firefly. Okay. I don't have any beasts. So Feral Rage trade, we can keep this and we can even Cold Blood it. But then we'd have to... So do I Cold Blood this or do I just play Van Cleef? Van Cleef will be a 6/6. It's not too bad. I wanted to keep the Divine Shield on it because it's really annoying. Other plays we could have done would have involved Hero Power, Feral Rage, Cold Blood, the 2/3, trade that in, and then we would have swung face for 9, but it wouldn't have been lethal. I'm not sure how I feel about this deck still. I'll have to make minor changes. Again, this is kind of like a deck testing, but I don't want to put it under deck testing because we're trying to grind with it, but I feel confident enough with the deck for the most part. The only reason Van Cleef is in here is because we can get, ooh, monster, okay. So we would keep Galaka Crawler if we draw him 100%. We also probably want to keep the SI Agent because we have Coin, Backstab's good. I actually like every card in our opening hand besides the Hallucination. This is fine. This is good. I'm gonna see how many cards he keeps in his opening hand. He has a legend card back, guys. He's been to legend before. Gotta keep our eyes peeled for shenanigans. Gotta watch out for those shenanigans, man. What would we add to this deck, though? I'm not sure. Firefly, maybe. Maybe. I don't know how much I like the 2-drop combo summon and Defias Ringleader, I think he's called. I don't know. Yeah, I used to play him in this deck, but then I just didn't. Like, it was hard. I ran him and then the 1-drop combo, give him +1/+1. The problem with that guy is you can't really play him on turn 1 unless you have Coin. And not every game you're going to have Coin, plus he's a combo activator. Like, he needs a combo to activate himself and he's a 1-drop. So I want like our 1-drops and no-drops to combo with the other cards, not the other way around. I don't want to have our 1-drops have to be comboed. I want these guys to be able to combo those guys. So we want Galaka Crawler sometime in this game. So we could Argent Squire. I think that's pretty, yeah, that's pretty annoying. No reason to coin Hero Power. I want to save the coin and the backstabs for the SI Agent, for sure. The Abyss allows us to get rid of a Berserker. This is fine. He's going to swing the weapon in a 1/1 into our Squire. If he develops a 2-drop, then we can kill it. If he doesn't, then we just Hero Power. And we can coin 0 on 3, and then save maybe a 1-drop in SI for 4. But the Zero is giving us a 1-drop, so we can just combo that. Hopefully we get either the deal 2 damage or draw a card. Okay, very, very slow turn for him. Makes the trade, good for us. Hallucination, good, but doesn't really change too much right now. So we'd hallucination for like taunts or armor. I used to love this matchup for Tempo Rogue. This used to be a really good matchup for me. Or for this deck in general. Alright, so that's going to get upgraded next turn if we don't kill this, but we are going to kill it. And I guess we could just coin the Zeril. Oh, baby. I think there's bigger and better pirates for us to kill with this. Give a minion attack. Not bad. Not great, though. I'd rather... That's one of the... I would rather draw a card or, like I said, deal 2 damage. I want to save this for the 3/4 pirate or like the South Sea, whatever her name is. There, the Bloodsail Cultist. Perfecto. Do we take 2 more damage? I really don't want to. Feels bad. Feels bad, man. Alright, so keep our patches counter in mind, guys. So we're 50-50 for drawing patches. I just want you to keep this counter in mind, guys. Very important. I guess we generate a card first. Oh, poor guy. He can still win though. Weapons to the face can kill us. So now we're on the rush plan. If he plays a pirate, it just gets eaten. Whoa, it doesn't even wait. That's scary.
Nice little trapdoors. This guy's toast.
I just want to play a taunt as soon as possible. Problem is that he can swing it into like an elite and then a weapon and kill it, but that still absorbs 7 damage. Or it forces him to play a pirate. There's a lot of good taunts we could have gotten. Ally Armor Smith would have been a good one. The 2/6 taunt would have been a good one. Tar Creeper would have been a good one. I mean, there's just so many Primal Drake, or no, not the Drake. I don't know. Tar Lurker. Yeah, it looks like we're eating that one. Why would you even play this? There's literally no point to even play that card. Alright, so let's calculate damage real quick. So we have 10, 16, 22. So it's not lethal yet. We want to make sure he can't go down to 12 as well. So if we hit him for 3 and he swings this weapon into that, I don't think it matters because he already used 1 Mortal Strike, right? So it really doesn't matter at all. Yeah, he already used a Mortal Strike. We can still hold back though, just in case. We have lethal no matter what. We should just play smartly, even if it doesn't matter. Because now, like, let's say, oh well, Rob, he can still attack the creature in there and be below 12. Granted that, but he uses his weapon swing to deal 2 more damage when the weapon swing is worth 3. So he's actually losing damage by damaging himself prior to killing this to get him to the life total he wants to get to. And you could ask, why didn't I pick Armor Smith? Well, because he never attacks creatures. He only goes face. So the Armor Smith is never going to get value. And he never has to play any minions because of weapons. So that's why we didn't pick Armor Smith. So he, even with Heroic Strike Leroy, it doesn't matter because he already used his weapon swing. And he can't even attack with the South Sea because he attacked with his weapon first. But if he attacked with the South Sea first, then his weapon would still have to kill that taunt. Ripperonis in that sweet chatteronis. Unless he re-equips a weapon, now he can attack. But it doesn't matter because we still have Leroy Vis. Bunk. Do you now? Do you really? Yay! Making our way through the ranks, playing now, going fast, yo. Oh snap, rank 1. People are really grinding. I don't like the SI when we don't have coin or backstab. It's not as good as all. It's not as good at all. Oh man, what is this Skype thing? Nothing? That's annoying. Can I remove this? Yes, I want to remove Skype as my contact. Get out of here. I don't even know why Skype would add me as their friend as Skype. Like, why? Why you do this to me? Do we play? I don't know if he's pirates or not. So I guess we always just play that first. If he's pirates, I would have held it. And I would have rather hero powered first and then been able to attack right away. Because right now he can Azoth's first mate and then kill both of these. But if he's taunt, then this was the right play to get the patches out of my hand. Okay, so now do we play Undercity or do we hero power? I think we play Undercity. His patches will keep getting in that chip damage. He's pirates. That's 2 pirates in a row. I haven't, you forgot to attack with your swashbuckler. Oh, woe is you. Whirlwind or charge? Probably whirlwind, right? Then do we Vis that 3/3? We're really weak to Berserker if that happens, but I think it has to happen. So next turn, if we can go Whirlwind Van Cleef, King Mosh is absolutely useless. I just don't want him to play Frothing Berserker. South Sea Captain is bad too. SI agent saving the day. So we need to draw our crawler soon. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Holy moly. Alright, so now the choice is, do we go Hallucinogen next turn and then Slayer to kill the 5/3, or do we go Hallucinogen, play Van Cleef so he doesn't die to weapon? But if he would die to the 2/1 and the weapon, and then the chances that we don't draw a 2-drop are pretty high. So I think we have to do this. And we actually just have to play the Van Cleef. So this is basically just gonna soak 3 damage. That's why I don't like Van Cleef in this deck. I don't like him that much. I'd rather just run a weapon removal. Whoa. That's an interesting play.
Justice is mine.
So we get 5 health. So we're gonna hope he doesn't draw Arcanite. Did we just lose?
Amazing.
Lame. No paladins. Hungry Crab's not doing too much. Yeah, I'm taking out Van Cleef. I don't like him in this deck at all. What do we play instead, Rube? What do we do instead of Van Cleefo? Lan Cleefy. Deadly Fork's not a bad choice. I want to go with 2 drops. We need to get 2 drops. So Ooze is an option. Another Crawler is an option. Runt is an option. Runt is actually not a bad option at all. It's between Runt or Crawler. I think the Runt is actually better than the Crawler. Well, like we already have 1 Crawler and 1 Hungry Crab. So like let's say there's not a lot of Murlocs, then we would play 2 Crawlers, 1 Runt, or we'd go 2 Runts, 1 Crawler. The problem with Runt is that you never normally play it on turn 2. So I guess we go with Crawler. We've seen 2 Pirate Warriors today. Well, 2 Pirate Warriors in a row. So now when we queue, we're gonna get like Murloc, right? I'm trying to think of what generates value that's a 2-drop. Oh, nice. Another warrior. Why so many warriors? I didn't see Pirate Warrior for like a little bit there. There was a little bit of time I didn't see a single Pirate Warrior. And now we got 3 in a row, maybe? We held on to the card to the very left. No turn 1 play. And we're singing, and we're winning. I get knocked down, get back up again. This game really likes giving us Cold Bloods, man. That's a really popular card. Oh, this is looking like taunt. Oh, but this is good if he's playing, the damage is good if he is playing Pirates with just a slow start. Otherwise, we'd want draw a card. It is Taunt Warrior. Okay. It is Taunt Warrior.
This guy's toast.
Now the question is, do we think he has Ravaging Ghoul or Whirlwind in his deck? I want to get the value in now. We have 2 Cold Bloods. We got to make use of it. Damn. Pretty good start, man. Got his Ravaging Ghoul and 2 War Axes. That is indeed good. We don't need to draw right now. We do have a lot of burst, but unfortunately we can't get something to stick, and he's not playing Pirates, so Hungering Crab's really bad. We need to draw our Slayer soon. Because when he starts playing these big taunt minions, this is really bad.
Let the pain speak to me.
This is very bad.
This guy's toast.
Justice is mine.
We could have missed this 1-3, but that's not gonna happen. There's no more war axes. So we have 10, 14 burst. So slam, another Ravaging Ghoul. All right, thank God. Ah, Blizzard. Sometimes I wonder, man. All right, so we got 10 plus 6, so plus 1, so we get 17. All right, Slayer off the top. We needed to draw a Slayer in that matchup, like I said. We have no way to kill that card. We could have traded both minions. Rob, why didn't you do it? Because it doesn't matter, we still lose. We have nothing after that. We have a Leroy in our hand. That doesn't do a shit. We needed him not to draw both War Axes and that Ravaging Ghoul. The Ravaging Ghoul was fine. Both War Axes is what really shut it down. Yeah. The warrior. Same dude? Yep, same guy. And he knows what deck we're playing now. That feels bad, man. Do we just keep the 1-2 curve? Probably. So he kept one card again in his hand. So I'm going to guess that is a War Axe, which means we still should play Swash. I'm gonna keep the coin for the Slayer. We're getting really bad warrior cards too. Like this would be a matchup where Execute's nice, Slam is good. I didn't see where he played that from. It was from the left to the right. I guess this is the most value that it's gonna get. Okay, so we actually, I think we have to kill Alkalite here. Do we hallucin or do we not? What would we be looking for? Might as well. It's great. It's not great, but, you know. Being able to kill minions, that's great. Okay. Do we hero power double trade into that before he plays taunts? Probably. I know he can Ravaging Ghoul here, but again, we can't really play around that kind of stuff all the time. If we're gonna like, the sooner that we play these cards and he doesn't have Ravaging Ghoul and we get value, like if we just wait, he's gonna get Ravaging Ghoul eventually. So we gotta play these cards and hope that he just doesn't have it. Now if we play this Slayer, we're super weak to Brawl. Nothing really gets damaged. So it's either the Informant or we Genesis and copy this. Actually, we could, no, we gotta go with the Informant. So we could trade Cold Blood, or we just basically push all face. I'm gonna go with the trades. This is annoying. For him, at least. So he has to be able to, like, double whirl. He has to be able to deal basically 1 damage twice. So, like, Whirlwind, Ravaging Ghoul, stuff like that. Shield Slam, Ravaging Ghoul, Slam, Ravaging Ghouls. Awesome. We know he runs Harrison. Have to be careful. Gastropod's really annoying. I think Drake's probably the best, though. We're gonna attack with the weapon, play around Harrison. Not that we wouldn't attack anyway. Okay. A 9-1 Argent Squire. That's squiring a lot. He actually may brawl this. And if he brawls it, our Squire has to live. Yep. Please let the Squire live. 50-50. Okay. Is that just lethal? So that would be 4. And we need 6. Gorehouse 7. Can't do that yet. Can't do that yet. I'm gonna just Squire here. Then we're prone to another brawl. But then he plays a minion and brawls anyway.
Justice is mine.
I really don't want a hero power here and let him have a good Harrison, but it baits out the Harrison for the Gorehowl, but the game's not going to go on that long. But even if he Harrisons, he's not killing the board, so. I wonder if we Abyss Face just to get it done. Probably. We have no spell power in the deck, so might as well utilize as much mana as possible while we can. Because what if we draw another Abyss? Then we could Gorehowl coin Abyss again. So I wouldn't really be surprised if he brawls yet again and then plays like a Tar Creeper. So there's Harrison, but like I said, if he plays Harrison here, I wasn't originally going to Dagger, but him drawing 2 cards, neither of those cards for 3 mana is going to do him anything. Like, even if he draws Shield Slam, he did literally have to draw Shield Slam Whirlwind. He didn't play a Taunt, and then we still get the Gorehowl value. So, that worked out either way there, if you know what I mean. I definitely like the Galaka Crawler instead of the, Van Cleef. It's a good turn 2 play. So we lost once with this deck. No, we lost twice. We lost against that Control Warrior, and then we also lost against that Pirate Warrior, but normally this beats Pirates. And when Paladin and Murlocs, you know, it no longer becomes a thing, the Hungering Crab turns into something else. But I feel like we could add Draw. Mimic Pod, I guess, wouldn't be bad. That's technically gas. So I guess you could take away a Hungering Crab and put in a Mimic Pod. Or we take out a Crawler and put a Mimic Pod. But then it adds to 3 drops. We already have Shaku and SI Agent. Maybe we only play 1 Hallucination. But Hallucination's so good. Maybe we play only 1 Cold Blood. But we won because of Cold Blood. Maybe no South Sea deckhands. But then we get higher Patches draw rate. Maybe 1 South Sea deckhand, 1 Mimic Pod. Because I really never like South Sea deckhand. We're gonna... Yeah, let's try that. Okay. I'll catch you guys in the next episode, of course. I'm Robert Warshack, and happy whatever the hell day it is.